to give a speech about the Montessori method of education. My references are from the benefits of the Montessori method from MontessoriConnections.com and Everyone Deserves a Montessori Education from eBridge Montessori School. My last reference is Introduction to Montessori Method from the American Montessori Society. The Montessori method of education is a philosophy of child development. It is designed to take full advantage of children's natural desire to learn and their unique ability to develop their own capabilities and skill sets. The rationale for guiding growth is based on two important developmental needs of children: the need for freedom within limits and a carefully prepared environment which guarantees exposure to materials and experiences. The Montessori method of education was created by Dr. Maria Montessori and is based on scientific observations of children from birth to adulthood. This approach values learning, the human spirit, and the physical, social, emotional, and cognitive development of the whole child. This method of education is dedicated to helping each child to reach their full potential in all areas of life. Dr. Montessori's method has been time-tested with over 100 years of success in diverse cultures around the world. I've been working in a Montessori school for 1.5 years and have been able to observe how children react to this educational method. I will begin by discussing Dr. Maria Montessori and a brief history of the Montessori method. Next, I will discuss the Montessori classroom approach. Maria Montessori was an Italian physician, educator, and innovator, acclaimed for her educational method that builds on the way children naturally learn. She was born in Italy in 1870. She was raised in a family that prized education, and she was well-read and well-educated. In 1896, she graduated from medical school and was among Italy's first female physicians. Maria's early medical practice focused on psychiatry. She also developed an interest in education. Her studies led her to observe and call into question the prevailing methods of teaching children with intellectual and developmental disabilities. In 1900, Maria was appointed co-director of a new training institute for special education teachers. She took a scientific approach, carefully observing and experimenting to learn which teaching methods worked best. Her programs declared a success. Maria continued to devote her life to the development and expansion of her child-centered method of education. Through her efforts and her followers, Montessori education was adopted worldwide. Maria Montessori lectured extensively, wrote articles and books, and developed a program to prepare teachers in the Montessori method. Maria was also a public figure who campaigned vigorously on behalf of women's rights and the need for greater opportunities for women. She was, then and now, recognized as a leading feminist voice. Now that we know how the Montessori method was created, we'll spend some time discussing the Montessori approach itself and how it is applied in the classroom. The design of a Montessori classroom is intended to foster a safe and joyful learning environment that accommodates choice. The room is to be visually appealing and thoughtfully arranged, embodying each element of Maria Montessori's revolutionary approach. A Montessori classroom is very different from what you would find in a traditional classroom setting. There are no rows of hard confining desks. Children work at tables or roll out mats on the floor to define their workspace. The walls do not feature cartoons or syndicated characters, but instead feature items such as posters from museums, famous works of art, or artwork that the children have created themselves. There are well-defined spaces in the room for each part of the curriculum, and areas feature shelves or tables with a variety of interesting materials from which the children can choose. The Montessori teacher is more of a guide. She is not the center of attention in the room. She thoughtfully and purposely prepares the classroom with materials and activities that invite children to learn. The teacher serves as a guide that leads the child through lessons and challenges. As the child progresses, the teacher will replace some materials with others so that the level of challenge continues to meet the child's needs. A community is comprised of children of various ages, typically spanning 3 years. A Montessori school does not have grades, but instead 3-year cycles, characterized by the child's age and developmental abilities. This is essential to the Montessori method. Preferably, children will remain with the class and the teacher for the entirety of the 3-year cycle, so they may benefit from being a part of the stable community and forge meaningful bonds with classmates and teachers. Older students may mentor younger students and enjoy sharing the knowledge of how to complete a recently mastered challenge. Younger students learn from and look up to older students in their cycle and mimic their mentoring behavior when they move up in the cycle. So, to review what we have talked about, we first learned about Maria Montessori and her revolutionary method of education. The Montessori classroom is purposely and thoughtfully prepared. Beginning at an early age, Montessori students develop order, coordination, concentration, and independence. Students are a part of a close, caring community that fosters respect and helpfulness. Having worked in a Montessori school for 1.5 years, I have personally witnessed how children respond to this method of education. At first, I was amazed that when I saw a toddler spill a glass of water, the fellow toddlers in the community automatically rushed to help clean up. Likewise, it was incredible for me to witness a 6-year-old patiently and effectively explain to a 3-year-old how to tie the correct knots to make a beaded bracelet. Although witnessing this behavior is still amazing to me, I have come to expect it of Montessori children as they have come to expect it of themselves. Thank you.